Well, yesterday it was super windy. Today it's windy, but it has more sun. Even though you can see that there's a lot of clouds, there's a lot more sun today. Yesterday it was just too cold to try to do anything. But we did get this cleaned out the day before yesterday. We worked in this bed yesterday, but it was just too windy and too cold. So I finished this bed out, but I didn't really get that into it. So we did that bed, cleaned out the row, and then look at these. These two beds are looking so much better. And then I'm still going to work in this bed a little bit. I think I want to pull out some of the bark. I think there's too much bark in it. This one seems all right. The leaves are slowly getting blown out. This bed looks so good. Look at the flowers down here. They look so cute. But these don't bloom for very long. And I'm getting more and more each year. I planted about 20 of them, but the first year only like 3 came up. And then it's just been kind of a couple more every time. So I guess I just have to give it some time. I'd love to get this bed torn out. Oh, we finished this one back here. The one where Bruce is laying by. See, we pulled out all of that, so all of those irises are going to come up. Some baby daffodils right here. They are so cute. They're so tiny. They are just so tiny. And then here's the wind just picked up. Here's the tulips. Looking good. Robert's been coming over practicing the song for the video that we're doing with him and his brothers. He's the one that, he has the bigger part. I need to clean out this bed because I only want green onions in this bed. And see, this is a bachelor button, and there's a couple other bachelor buttons in here. So I need to go through and pull. And the bachelor buttons, they get blown from that flower bed into the other ones. And I put them in this bed. This bed so desperately needs to be yanked apart. And then I need to clean these. But it's just kind of too windy. And when you're trying to pull weeds and pull stuff up, dirt flicks up in the air and it gets into your eyes. So it's not, it's just a little bit too much. And it was supposed to rain or snow Saturday, but now they're saying it's going to be a thunderstorm and it'll snow Wednesday. I wish the weather guy knew what he was talking about. After all these years, you would think that they could figure stuff out, but nope. And then I have some stuff coming up right here. A couple things, nothing else. I need to get into and try to pull out as much grass out of here as possible. Because it's got a daisy. Normally there's daffodils over here. Oh, there's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right here. Oh, there is. But I need to get in here and pull this grass out. Because it's... Well, what happened is I used to have a what do they call them for seasons? Like cilantro, basil, dill. I had a barrel that had that stuff that was right here, and the cilantro spreads worse than mint. Everybody says that mint is the worst. No, cilantro is absolutely the worst. And then I got a couple things coming up over here. Those are some pansies. I forget what that is. I have to go back and look. But this is something too. I don't know what it is. But I'll have to come get. And then those two dead looking things are cone flowers. and that will all come back. And then I've got these. I love these. These are like bluebells or something, and they smell so good. I had some white ones, but for some reason only the purple ones popped up. I got to get in here. This is pansies. This is all dead pansy stuff. Because that was like one pansy bush. So I need to get in here and just like fix that up a little bit. And clean that up. But it's just too windy out. Same thing with these irises. And then that's a daisy. Get this cleaned up a little bit. But so yesterday I stayed in. Robert practiced his part. I think I'm gonna have to make him go like maybe another half of a week because he's struggling a little bit. But I'm gonna work with him, and then I'm gonna work with Edric next. I really don't like anticipate having to do anything with Eli. Like, I can have Eli come over and just run through it with him 1 or 2 times, and he's fine. But he's like a little bit older. Edric just needs a little bit of a confidence booster because he's kind of disappointed that he's the drummer and not the lead singer. So I told him, we'll do another video to any song that he wants, as long as it's not a dirty song or rap song or something like that. An appropriate song. And he'll be the lead singer. I'll choreograph that one. And we'll put it on his YouTube channel. I'm helping him learn how to do videos and how to think of things and how to do the video. But having to do it by yourself is a lot harder than having somebody film for you. Like, if I had somebody that filmed some of the stuff while I could, prep the next piece, then it would be easier. But unfortunately, I don't have anybody like that. He's not going to have anybody like that. So he's going to have to learn to be able to do it himself, and or come and ask me, and then maybe I can film it while he's figuring it out. But then, and I told him, I said, after you learn how to do it, maybe your mom could help you, maybe your stepdad, like, because they're all very supportive and they would help him, but they don't know what they're doing either. So once I show him a few things, then he can show them, and then we can work from there. So anyway, that's where we're at. It's just a little it's only 50 degrees. It looks beautiful out, but the wind is a little nippy. And see, look, the flag's not even blowing that hard, and the wind is really cold. The flag might be all wrapped up because that last storm we had a couple weeks ago, it just ripped that flag to shreds. I stood in my window watching it because the wind was so loud on the roof and stuff that I couldn't help but stare out the window, wondering. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna upload this, and I don't have any plans to do anything in the yard today. It looks like Bruce just plans on napping out there. I just plan to wait for the kids to come home, practice the video with Robert, and then I did my laundry and cleaned my house yesterday, and vacuumed, so I guess I don't really have anything to do today. Maybe I'll go to Christmas Valley or something, and I don't know, do a little bit of grocery shopping. I don't really need any groceries. I mean, I squeezed all my lemons. I squeezed all my oranges yesterday and put it in a container so that I had fresh orange juice yesterday and fresh orange juice this morning, and that way I wouldn't have to squeeze them this morning. But I kind of jumped the gun because I don't really have much to do today. So I might do some reading because I just got this really great book. It's called The Greatest Man Who Ever Lived. Awesome book. And I'm trying to read it slowly because I read it and I was like on chapter 30, and then Serenity shows up. And what you reading? And then I showed her my book. It's such a nice book. It's a hardback. It's a beautiful book. And gorgeous illustrations in it. And so I was showing her the book that I was reading, and then she wanted to read. So then she read 5 chapters, and then I was like, okay, I'll try not to read ahead. And we were on chapter 35. And then the next day she came over, she wanted to read 5 more chapters, and we were on chapter 40. And it's getting really good. And so I wanted to read more, but she has school, and she likes reading out loud. And so, I don't know why there's a pool noodle out here. So I've been trying to not read ahead, but then yesterday, I ended up reading to chapter 55, and then going back and pretending like I didn't read it. So that she could read it. And after each chapter, because the chapters are only like 2 pages, after each chapter, it asks 3 to 5 questions. And that's, I think, is what she's in love with. She loves it because there's a comprehension test after each story. And The Greatest Man Who Ever Lived, by the way, it's a book about Jesus. It's a Christian book. It's about from the time that he was born all the way until, till after his resurrection. And, but it's a detailed, he traveled 22 miles from this place to this place on this time. And then 2 days later, he went from that place. It's like a very detailed, it gives you extra information about the distances. There's maps, gives you like a little bit of information about maybe the kind of weather, the season, and stuff like that. So it's like a little bit more detailed. Anyway, it's a fantastic book. So if you guys have read it, awesome. Don't tell me anything. And if you haven't read it, you should look for it because it's a good book. All right, bye.